Alright, it's the next morning, and I came over in the woods to use the bathroom, and I'm pretty sure there's a moose over here. So I came back to get the camera. Still right there. Yep, there he is. Oh yeah, that's a moose for sure. I'm surprised it's here because we're in an OHV area, and there's tons of quads and cars and trucks and people. There's fires everywhere, there's music. There's a lot of dogs out here too, which is like its natural enemy, which is weird that it's kind of just chilling around. I'd like to get a better video and better photo of him, but I don't want to get too close. That's cool. This is only the second time I've ever seen a moose in my life. He's looking right at me. Yeah, it's crazy because there's quads everywhere. There's a bunch of dogs just barking and it didn't even move. Alright, so as you guys saw, I got a little footage of the moose with my camera and then with the drone. And it's so weird that it's so close to everything. Like, listen to this. There's huge quads and ATVs and trucks, and last night there's like probably literally hundreds of people all down this road, and I was here all night having a fire, and I was thinking about it, and I'm like, there's no way any animals are gonna come nearby because there's so many people and there's so many fires and dogs and noises and lights. Like, nothing's gonna be around here. And then a moose, which is actually one of the most dangerous animals in America. I think moose kill more people than like bears and wolves and all that shit. So moose are actually really dangerous. And it was right here by my camp, which is crazy. Obviously it didn't come to the camp and it didn't do anything, but it's so weird to have it right there with all this noise and all these dogs, and it's really weird. But it was cool. That was the second time I've ever saw a moose. It was a juvenile moose. It did have 2 little antlers, really small though. And because I went to go take a shit in the woods and I saw this big brown thing and I'm like, that's an animal. I was like, maybe it's a big elk, but the fur was too dark to be an elk. So I was like, all right, so it's not an elk, so it has to be a moose. I'm hearing a plane right now. But so I was like, it has to be a moose. And then it kind of moved a little bit and I'm like, oh shit, that's a moose. So I creeped back to my camp, and then got my camera and stuff, and then went down to get some footage. But yeah, it was pretty cool. All right, we're leaving. We're out. We're gonna do that Trail Ridge Road again as well. Might as well. It's super scenic. It's on the way back. Alright, back in, very close to Rocky Mountain National Park at least. So we're going to be hitting up Trail Ridge Road one more time on the way home. moose. Alright, so that was, you guys saw, that was a moose. That was the third moose I've ever saw, and the second in one day. Another moose. That's hilarious. There's another moose out there. Okay, so that's 3 moose that I've seen today. They're really out and about. Awesome view too. Every view up here is amazing, but back at the house. It's actually been a long time. I realized that I forgot to film an outro. That was the trip over Trail Ridge Road. It goes through Rocky Mountain National Park, as you guys saw. It's amazingly beautiful. Went down to Grand Lake. There's a bunch of lakes there and condos and places to stay and campgrounds and restaurants. So if you're ever in Colorado and you want to do like a trip, but you don't necessarily want to hike or you don't really want to camp out or anything, that's a really good trip to do. So you can do that, go to Grand Lake, grab some lunch, come on back. Estes Park is there right before the mountains too, and that's a little cool town. So it's a good trip. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. But yeah, it's a good adventure, and I'll see you next time.